Today our topic is how to develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve your abilities, intelligence, and talents through effort, learning, and persistence. It is the opposite of a fixed mindset, where people think their qualities are set in stone and cannot change. Developing a growth mindset is important because it helps you face challenges, learn from failures, and keep growing throughout your life. Let's talk about how you can build this mindset, step by step. First, understand that your brain can grow. Science shows that the brain is like a muscle. When you use it, it gets stronger. This is called neuroplasticity. It means your brain can form new connections and pathways when you learn something new or practice a skill. So, if you think you're not good at something, like math or painting, remember that you can get better with time and effort. The key is to believe in your ability to improve. Next, embrace challenges. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn, not as threats. For example, if you get a difficult task at work or school, don't avoid it. Instead, think of it as a chance to grow. Say to yourself, "This is hard, but I can figure it out." When you face challenges, you train your brain to solve problems and become more resilient. Even if you fail, you learn something valuable. Failure is not the end. It's a step toward success. Another important step is to focus on effort, not just results. In a fixed mindset, people care only about the outcome, like getting an A on a test or winning a game. But in a growth mindset, the effort you put in matters just as much. If you study hard and still don't get the grade you want, don't give up. Instead, think about what you can do differently next time. Celebrate your effort because it shows you're trying and improving. Remember, progress takes time, and every small step counts. Learn to love learning. People with a growth mindset are curious and always want to learn new things. They don't think they know everything, and they're not afraid to ask questions. If you want to develop this mindset, start by being curious about the world around you. Read books, watch documentaries, or take up a new hobby. When you enjoy learning, you'll naturally want to improve and grow. It's not about being perfect. It's about enjoying the process of getting better. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are a normal part of learning. When you make a mistake, don't see it as a failure. Instead, see it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? For example, if you give a presentation and it doesn't go well, think about what you can improve next time. Maybe you need to practice more or organize your ideas better. Mistakes are not something to be ashamed of. They are stepping stones to success. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people around you can affect your mindset. If you're always with people who complain, give up easily, or think they can't change, it's harder to develop a growth mindset. Instead, spend time with people who inspire you, who work hard, and who believe in growth. Their attitude can motivate you to keep trying and improving. You can also learn from their experiences and get advice when you face challenges. Set realistic goals and break them into small steps. A growth mindset doesn't mean you should expect to achieve everything overnight. Big goals can feel overwhelming, so break them into smaller, manageable tasks. For example, if you want to learn a new language, start by learning a few words every day. As you achieve small goals, you'll build confidence and momentum. Celebrate your progress along the way, and don't forget to adjust your goals if needed. Flexibility is part of growth. Practice patience and persistence. Developing a growth mindset takes time. You won't change your thinking overnight, and you'll face setbacks. But don't give up. Keep reminding yourself that growth is a journey, not a destination. When you feel discouraged, think about how far you've come and focus on the next step. Persistence is key. Even when things are hard, keep going. Every effort you make brings you closer to your goals. Learn from criticism. In a fixed mindset, criticism can feel like a personal attack. But in a growth mindset, criticism is valuable feedback. When someone gives you constructive criticism, listen carefully and think about how you can use it to improve. Don't take it personally. Instead, see it as an opportunity to grow. If the criticism is not helpful, let it go. Focus on the feedback that helps you become better. Finally, practice gratitude and positivity. A growth mindset is easier to maintain when you focus on the good things in your life. Take time to appreciate what you have and the progress you've made. Gratitude helps you stay positive and motivated, even when things are tough. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means believing you can overcome them. When you face a challenge, remind yourself of your strengths and past successes. You've overcome difficulties before, and you can do it again. In conclusion, developing a growth mindset is about believing in your ability to grow and improve. It's about embracing challenges, learning from mistakes, and putting in effort. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. With a growth mindset, you can achieve more, overcome obstacles, and live a more fulfilling life. Start small, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Remember, growth is a journey, and every step you take matters. You have the power to change, learn, and grow. Believe in yourself, and don't be afraid to take the first step.